Hello there, you gorgeous lot. Welcome back to another fantastic day here on Crafters TV. I hope you loved a long weekend. Those of you that managed to have that bank holiday Monday off. We are kind of starting, it's the start of the week, although it's a Tuesday. It is the start of the week, and we have got a Launch-alicious Treat Yourself Tuesday planned for you today. And talking of treating yourself, Debbie's here. How are you, Debbie? It's always a treat for me when you're
You always find that lovely twist and that play with those words. I'll take that, because I am super excited about today. I've already had a play with these because I've already had them somewhere else, but today is the day to be right here, right now at Crafters TV, where we have got the two most gorgeous launches for you here. One being the 3-in-1 creator card dies. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm going to go straight in. I'm going straight in to tell you all about these because I want you to go over and have a look at what we've got available today for you. But coming up on launch day, we do have these fabulous brand new concepts from our creator card range, and this creates the 3-in-1 ability from one set of dies, and we've got more than one set, believe you me, where you can create this beautiful decorative frame. But from that same die, you can create, and I'm just going to try and do this, very difficult in your hands to do this bit. We've got that lovely concept where, and I'm just dropping down that little stepper there, but you've got that cutting ability with the dragonflies, nice. Same die, bring them both together with the frame and the dies, and you create this beautiful piece here. Absolutely stunning. They really are just fabulous. Gorgeous designs, and Joe will go over everything with you. We're going to give you a sneak peek of what's to come.
Love them. I love the fact that with those, Debbie, as well, you can do different sizes of cards, which is wonderful.
Any kind of card, Joe, because it's from the creator card range, so it's any style of card.
2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. on the East Coast, a full 2-hour launch of that. But later, Debbie was up until 2 o'clock in the morning playing with these the other night. I saw her on Instagram and she was like, at about 10 p.m, I better go to bed, I better stop putting these gilding flakes away. And I came in this morning and I said, I bet you was up until the early hours, weren't you? Yeah.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was, because I can't tell you how excited I am. There is a real buzz. Now, myself and Craig are massive lovers of gilding flakes. I know Jan uses them a lot in crafting, but we've never been able to use them because we've never had the products. It's always another company that's had those products out there. What we've done is bring you from our Spectrum Noir brand our fabulous gilding flakes. Yes, we have them in the building. Yes, they are on the website, and let me tell you, they are absolutely fantastic. You're going to love
the colours are out of this world as well, aren't they?
Can I show you?
Yes.
Can I show you? I'm going to use my board. I'm just going to do this for you.
How shiny they
now,
are.
You're probably thinking, why on earth is she waggling the board? I'm trying to get the angle right. Am I in the wrong camera? George, which camera is it?
Towards number 2, Debbie.
Towards camera 2. Thank you very much, George. That's better.
Oh,
so
that's
you
good
can
waggling now.
These. That was some good waggling there.
You're a good waggler, you are.
Now look, these gorgeous gilding flakes really do create the most beautiful shine, and we've got your traditional metals, I'm going to call them, the precious metals, but we've also got some colours available. And when you mix the colours together, this little butterfly down in the bottom corner is just absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to show you the boards that we've got in those colours, because I want you to see the gorgeous colours that we've got in this. This is just absolutely beautiful. It's all the gorgeous pinks, the rose golds, those pink.
And that was just a white piece of cardstock.
Just on white cardstock, yeah, absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, mix them together. They are absolutely stunning.
Look at this one.
Here. This is out. I absolutely love this.
Isn't it?
Just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous piece. It reminds me, and I talk about this glitz and glamour. Do you know the glitz and glamour kind of colours? Those beautiful pinks and purples and the lovely teal colour there, but mix them together. I can't wait to show you stuff that you can do with these. This is going to be such a great day. And again, I mean, I want you to take a look at this one. This is the Cosmic. Oh my God. This one literally is out of this world. It's absolutely beautiful. All of those gorgeous colours on there, and bring them together and you can create some really cosmic looking designs. And there's lots of things you can do with gilding flakes. If you've ever not played with them, or never not played with them, that's the word, not ever, never not played with them, honestly, stay tuned today, because we're going to show you a few little things that you can do with them. I'm going to show you a few samples that you can do and add them and bring them into your crafty world. Of course, I know that the other guys are all excited just as much as I am. I've just been fortunate that I'm here launching them today here at Crafters TV. So if you want to shop ahead, go and have a little look now and go and see what it is that tickles your fancy, because we do have a wonderful starter kit as well, Joe.
We do, and they're going to be coming up featuring performing mainly in our launch party, which is every Tuesday, of course, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, that's 10 a.m. if you're over on the West Coast. A lot of you are very chatty this morning and tuning in and saying hello, which I love. Carletta's here, I see Linda saying hi from Dudley, Kimberly saying good morning, Treasure Heart is in Houston, Susanna says it's a bit chilly in Leicester. Good reason to stay in the craft room today, Debbie, I'd say.
Yeah,
Suzette is in PEI in Canada, Anne's in Bristol. Julie says, morning craft friends, I've already ordered the Gilding flakes. Shopping ahead. Very savvy there, Julie, sorry. And Anne says, hello to Joe, Debbie and Team Social. It's a brilliant day. I would absolutely urge you to get over to that website ASAP, get those brand new launches in your basket. If you want to place an order at any point, you know what you need to do, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit the shop the show button, shop the day button, and you'll see all the products that are listed throughout the day, including these Gatefold dies that we launched just last week. You absolutely, we nearly had an incident there, didn't we, Debbie? Honestly, we wouldn't make dancers, Debbie, let's put it that way. These Gatefold dies, which are absolutely glorious. Myself and Debbie had the joy of launching these last week. They're still available. They're still very busy as well. $74.95 or $99.75 is your price on these. But I need to take you through everything you're getting included in that brand new launch today. They are absolutely exquisite. They are beautiful, and I think this style of die, these big creator card dies, is something that we do so well, but the value is great because you've got 3 different ways of using them. You can create 3 clearly defined different looks from the one die, which is so clever. So option 1, you can create a border, which is great. You know what that gives you, Debbie? Opportunity to craft. Yes, Georgia the joystick coming through there with the opportunity this morning. And then you've also got this central panel, which is also really glorious. But put it all together and call it bad weather. When you put them together, look at what you've got here. Actually, call it good weather, Debbie, is what I'd say. Look at how glorious those are. So you've got this one here. So you've got that one with the gorgeous cake there. I love a bit of cake. You've then got the balloons in here. It's going to be perfect for your birthdays. This one here is the fairy. I'm just seeing hello sparkle pens is all I'll say to that one. Can you imagine how beautiful that would look? The dragonflies here, which I absolutely love, and these have got liftable elements there on the wings, which is really fantastic. Then you've got your schmetterlings. It wouldn't be a collection without glorious butterflies. And you've also then got the peacock. If you've got the chinoiserie collection, you've got our Nature's Garden peacock collection, you're going to absolutely adore using these with those. They are on a 2-4, so £30 or $35 to get any 2 of those, which is excellent. Debbie, you know the design team have had an absolute field day, don't you, when you end up with as many glorious finished items as we've got for these.
And I've got too many here to show you. I've literally just been thinking, how can I show you all these to show you how fantastic they are? It is a really lovely concept. I love creator cards. I've always been a massive fan of creative cards because of the easeability, the simplicity, and sometimes the most easiest ways to be able to create lots of cards, lots of styles, lots of shapes from your one die. What I love about these is this is 2 dies that offer you 3 ways in one set, which for me is absolutely fabulous. It truly is a great concept, and Leanne and the team and whoever came up with this concept deserve a massive pat on the back for this one because it's absolutely fabulous. And as a crafter, and I know I sound like a broken record, so please shut your ears if you don't want to hear this saying again. However, I want a die set to do more than one thing for
absolutely.
me. And this is that die set. Whether you're going for one or whether you're going for the whole complete set, you are going to get so much craftability out of this. It's untrue, and this is what I love about this. So again, you've got that ability, and I'll show you this one again just to show you. You could be using the framework on its own and then take your nesting dies, take your lovely samples that you have with sentiments, and use it in the centre. You can then take it and use just the, and I'm going to have to drop this one a little bit because it is a stepper card, but I just want you to see the kind of effect that you can do where you can just use the central
I love
part.
that background, Debbie.
The background's beautiful, Nicole. Nicole's done a gorgeous job with these, literally a water background. And if you ever know Nicole and you follow Nicole Bretherick, one of our most amazing, used to be a design team member, now working for Leanne and the team. She is amazing. She comes
She's
out
a
with some
crafty
beautiful
superstar,
samples.
isn't she?
She's so talented. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous, where you're just using one piece of that element. So that's the frame and the main part of it. But then bringing them both together, and I'll show you a couple of samples to show you what I mean by that. But that is the frame and that central piece together to create that third design. Absolutely stunning. These are going to be perfect for paper piecing. They're perfect for, and I'm going to show you this one because I love this one, because guess what's behind it? Gilding flakes. Honestly, so beautiful. And there's lots and lots of ways. That's just using the centre panel again. And again, on different styles of cards. This one, paper piecing at its finest, is absolutely gorgeous. So you get your hold and release sheets and then do a spot of paper piecing. I know Lily's been doing some this weekend.
What a gorgeous sentiment.
Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that a gorgeous sentiment? It is. But honestly, take it into your box making. So that's just using one of the frames. Absolutely stunning on there. This one, using all of it. Look how dramatic.
Wowzers.
And that looks. And
What
that's
a
with
pretty
a bit of
peacock.
It is a pretty peacock. This has been designed by Monica, and she's done a fantastic job there. But honestly, I'll show you just a couple more, because honestly, these are just absolutely gorgeous. Again, using framework on its own. And both of those, look how fabulous they look, just with the framework in there. But then you've got the ability to use and keep them really simple and creating lots of different cards by just using the centerpieces. So honestly, these really are truly sensational dies, because they offer you more than one thing. Oh, please, yes, that's exactly what I want when I'm looking at these as a crafter with my paper head off and my crafting head on. Literally, this is absolutely sensational, and I know you're going to love them. And the designs are out of this world. I just think they're absolutely brilliant.
They are as well. And I think with these, Debbie, when you break that price down, let's take the platinum price, for instance. When you break that down, you look at £11 per die set. But actually, really, what you're getting is 3 separate creative card dies all put together in one. So whether you're going for the whole collection, whether you're going for the 2-4 or getting them individually, I think they're going to offer you great value when you think about the amount of different ways that you can use them, the 3 different ways, but then you times that by the amount of different concepts that you are possibly created with a creative card as well. So the value is really amazing. It's really busy on those already. Lots of you already went for them this morning. Lots more of you got those in your basket. I can feel the excitement oozing out of every pore of Debbie's body for that later launch show. I haven't seen her this giddy in a long time. And we haven't even talked about the next item yet. I think she's on the verge of a nosebleed over this next item. It is, of course, these amazing gilding flakes. It is a brilliant starter collection for you in here. There you are. So you're going to get both sets of the foam in here, the self-adhesive foam, which is amazing. You've got 39 pieces and 57 pieces in there. You get the 3 main colours for you in the gilding flakes. You've got the Oriel, the Argent and the Burnished Copper. So let me show you. And also, you get the starter kit, so you don't even need to worry about having anything else in your stash. It is all done and taken care of in here for you. But let me show you how glorious these are. Let me get them the right way around first, would help, wouldn't it? This is what you're going to be able to create with that in that starter kit. Oh, shiny! $29.99, $40.55. They are massive tubs of gilding flakes, I would say, as well. And the quality is absolutely off the chart. So that's the option. But then what you're all going to do, and what you're all doing already so far, is putting all of the extras into your basket. Let's look at the carnival first. Oh, this is the one that looks like that glitz and glam, isn't it?
Absolutely, it has. It's got those lovely bright colours, vibrant colours, but just absolutely exquisite. These flakes really are top end when it comes to, like, in the terms of gilding flakes, but the colours are out of this world. I absolutely adore them.
Would go great with your masquerade collection. Can you imagine how well that would work?
Yeah, all those kind of collections, yeah.
You've got the midnight mauve, the deep iris and the lapis blue in there. The other one is with 4 of these. This one here is your patina. That gives you the sun glow, the rich copper, and this, the verdigris, which I love. Gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? Gorgeous. Next one we have for you is blush, and in blush you've got the rose gold, the soft rose, and the pretty pink in here. And finally, last but by no means least, you've also got this one. This is your Cosmic, and that's got the outer space, the blue moon, and the starlight. What most people are choosing to do at the moment is go for the starter kit and then add the extras into your basket, which is really a great way to go. And that's going to make sure you get absolutely all of them. Debbie, I mean, we could spend 2 hours on these in the launch party. Do you know what? Maybe if we're allowed, we'll twist some arms, and that's, you know, what we'll end up doing. Because the amount of different things you can do with these really is off the chart, isn't it?
Honestly, and if you've used Gilding flakes before, you'll know what I mean by the different ways that you can achieve different looks. Because you can add them to things like embossing folders, you can use them to decorate round edges, you can use them on most surfaces as well, so MDF pieces, like things like that. There's lots of techniques that you can do with it. We're going to just cover a few of those techniques today. What I can't wait to see is what you're going to create with them, because I know how I use my Gilding flakes at home. I have been on at Leanne, and I know Craig's been on at Leanne, and I know Jan has, I know Debbie has. We've all been at this for a long time saying, when can we have them, when can we have them? Let me tell you, I nearly combusted in Brent's room when I spotted them. I was with Michelle at the time, and the squeals that I literally came out of my mouth, honestly, you'd have been wondering what was going on in that room, let me just tell you. All I'm going to say, because it was absolutely gleeful to see these in the real form, and honestly, I was begging and begging.
These are right up your strata, it's fair to say, Debbie, aren't they?
So right up, honestly, they're right up my street. And I'm so pleased that, obviously, Brent heard my screams, because I've been involved in the lawn shows, that's all I'm going to say. I'll have to do that a little bit more often, try that tactic. But go and have a look at this. This is just glorious. Now, this sample's been created by the wonderful Nicole. Again, absolutely fabulous.
Again, beautiful.
And showing you simplistic designs. This is a little bit of a watercolour background that she's just touched on with her liquid glue. And I'll bring the liquid glue in to show you what I mean by that. That's the liquid glue. And she's just literally taken it and literally just trickled bits of glue over there, let it go tacky, popped on the Gilding flakes, and created that stunning masterpiece. And it really is absolutely beautiful. The background has been used with red liner tape. I mean, how easy. Think of all the red liner tape.
The background was with what, sorry, Debbie?
Red liner tape.
Wow, okay.
And that's a technique I'm going to be showing you, but you could be using finger lift tape and things like that if you want to preserve your red liner tape. You can be using finger lift tape and things like that, and including tape pens you can get this look with as well. So that is absolutely beautiful. Now, I did say to you that you could pop it on too. Wow. And I mean, you can pop it onto absolutely anything. So this is literally add wet glue. The wet glue, again, from the liquid glue, has been taken and applied around the edges of that beautiful back panel and the inner panel. And then pop the Gilding flakes on, buff them up, and here presto. Just take a look how gorgeous that looks. This looks like proper expensive card making. You can really start to charge, especially if you make to sell. This is going to be, you know, something that adds that extra bit of value to your card making. But even on MDF, look how fabulous that looks on MDF. Even down to the nesting die. Can you see this nesting die? It's not cut out in glitter card or anything like that. It's done with your Gilding flakes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely. And do you know the stamp there? Gilding flakes.
Stamped with Gilding flakes?
Oh, yes.
In fact, actually, Patty's got a question on that. She says, how easy is it to get the glue off your stamps afterwards, Debbie?
Easy, because you just treat them like you would when you're cleaning your stamps. So do you know you clean them with inks and things like that?
Yeah.
If you clean them.
Yeah.
I will recommend that you do clean
remove
this.
it, yeah.
This is a sticky glue, so yes, please do make sure you clean them afterwards, but warm soapy water or a cloth, a wet cloth just to wipe it up, and it's absolutely fine.
Okay, brilliant.
But this is it. This is the stamping one. I want you to see that. I want you to see this. So these, can you see my little butterflies on the top and the bottom? That is those 3D foam shapes.
That's amazing.
That's 3D foam shapes, and this has been stamped using your stamps in your collection. Now, I want you to think just for a second. Take a moment to add up how many stamps you've got in your collection. Is it a lot? Is it a few? Is it hundreds? Are we talking thousands? There'll be people out there that have, including myself. But yes, you can turn your stamps into a completely different look, a different feel, and really do create these beautiful, almost foil. This looks like it's being done on a foil press. That's how beautiful it looks. Absolutely stunning. And again, what about your die cutting? So with die cutting, you can be using absolutely anything in your collection. This one here is my little bird.
Debbie,
from
that
those
is
lovely animals,
beautiful.
foam pads. These are just using leaves from the Autumn Blessings collections. So the skeleton leaves, that's exactly what this is. And then again, on the blessings itself, is that beautiful gilding flake look, and it's very easy to achieve. This is when you're going to start to bring in your double-sided adhesive sheets, your double-sided tapes and tape pens, and lots of other things as well. And you've got that starter kit to get yourself going. So you've got your, please excuse my sponges, won't you? Because I've been playing a lot with these.
Oh, Debbie.
So they're a little bit mucky. However, you can clean them. But you get your sponges in there, you're getting free. You're going to get your dry ink pad. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you need the dry ink pad for? And if you didn't catch Sarah the other night on HSN when she did the preview, you probably won't know what this is, but this is what will create that stamped image. So you are going to use this with your wet glue, the one that creates all the easy techniques,
amazing,
all your stamps. And I'm going to show you that in this show as well. Honestly, Joe, beyond excited.
Yeah,
because,
it is. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. It really is. And if you're going for all of them, if you're going for the starter kit and then all the additional ones, these are all of the incredible colours that you are going to get. They are absolutely stunning. There's gilding flakes, and then there are the Spectrum Noir, gilding flakes. They are off the chart when it comes to the amount of shine, shimmer, and sparkle that they give your projects. Let's move on. We're going to have a little look at the decorative gatefolds next, which are these ones just hither. So myself, it was me and you, Debbie, was it, launched these last week? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. So busy when we launched them. And again, another creator card that gives you multiple options, and that's what we all want, isn't it? You know, amazing dies that are going to work for us but allow us to really alter the way that they look and feel in our projects. These are beautiful. Let me take you through them. Floral swirl, so you've got your fancy gatefold edge and then two different panels. So you can either mix it up and have one panel of each, or two of the same panels in the different designs. This one here is your floral swirls. You will also receive the floral meadow. You've got the lace and scroll. This one here is the opulent botanicals, and you've also got the classic lace in there as well. You will get one more as well, which is the Deco Vines, which I don't have a board for. $74.95, $99.75. Very, very busy on these. People love these last week. Again, they're just something a bit unusual, Debbie, aren't they?
Absolutely. And again, so many possibilities in how you can use these dies and create different looks, because they've got so many different ways that you can use them. We just touched on the surface last week. There's going to be so many ways that you can use these, but I love the quirkiness of them. I love the design of these and how they've been designed. I'm going to show you this one because it's got gilding flakes. Just thought I'd have to show you this one that Nicola did, which is absolutely beautiful with those gilding flakes in the background and that lovely gatefold feature, and then using the decorative element inside as well to create something really quite spectacular. These were some of the ones that I did last week on the launch day, showing you how you can use the designs twice on either end, or you can use the designs in, because there's two designs in each one, on one particular card. But there are a lot of different ways that you can use these. Absolutely stunning. These are just some of the samples from myself and some of the team that created using these fabulous dies. They really are absolutely fab. And again, it's that versatility. I think what it is for me is, again, it's the versatility in the different ways that you can use them. They're absolutely fabulous. And I know if you haven't got them, try one. Go and have a look at one set. Pick your favourite design, try them, and then use all the different ways that you can use them. And I promise you, you'll come back for the other designs, because you're going to be one of those when you think, I wish I got the whole lot
Full
now.
set syndrome.
Yes, absolutely. My name is Debbie, and I have full set syndrome.
And it's incurable.
It is incurable.
Incurable. But you're not alone. Kimberly says, just got my bundle and two of the extra gilding flakes. Very excited. Barclay McBozo. What a great name. Barclay McBozo says, good morning. It could just be a username, I don't know. Good morning, such an exciting day. Can't wait to get my hands on those gilding flakes. Lots of you getting your hands on the gilding flakes at the moment. Let me take you through. Let's go back to the new credit cards that we're going to be launching properly in full at 2 p.m. this afternoon here in the UK, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. I want to just share with you a few of the different concepts that you can create here. Debbie, I know Debbie loves a box, so she will absolutely adore this. That's one great way of using them. Also, little things like your smaller gift bags are going to be wonderful. Think about using just the essential part as a bow-fronted card. This is a lovely idea as well here, done as a sort of like a screen style card. You can see, using it with 3 different panels. We've also got a side stepper done there too. Again, how stunning does that look? And that's just cut in white alone. So imagine how awesome that's going to be when you start to get all your colours involved in there. We've also got the ability to use these as a shaker, which is awesome. Think about popping them into the front of your boxes. They're going to look fantastic there. How about doing, I know something else that Debbie absolutely loves, doing these as a star book. Look fantastic. These as a bridge card, they look amazing as well. And also, not just on the outside of your cards, think about using them on the inside of your cards too. There are so many different options, so many different concepts, and 3 clear defined ways of using each one of the designs too. Very, very busy on these. 81, 50. Oh, me peacock's upside down. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness you told me, George. 81.55, 95.75 is your price on these. You're all going to, of course, get some sort of club-inspired discount as well, which is brilliant. If you've never shopped with us before as well, you can grab them at that platinum price, which is handy. Debbie, I know you're so excited to get started with these, aren't you?
Well,
we will hold you back no further.
The thing is, I've always been a massive fan of Creator Card. I remember when we first launched, and this is prior to when I worked for Crafters Companion, when Creator Cards were launched by Crafters Companion, another lovely design from Leanne. And again, the idea behind it was that it creates cards really quickly, really easily, which just used to be one die that you used to cut into the centre of a card or cut a panel out, and literally, we did some brilliant ones back in the beginning. But as with anything, it evolves. So it evolves in the nature of the way that the craft industry is going, the way that people ask for more, what can we do more, what can you get more value for money, and that's when we brought in different concepts behind that Creator Card brand to bring you all of these different ways. Now this is how the die comes to you, and any set, whichever set you're going with, this is how the die will come to you, where you get the 2 separate pieces. So the one to create the frame is this one. So if I just pop that there, in fact, let me see. I've got a dotty dress on. I should have worn something block colour.
Oh, I love it.
There we go.
You're looking very, who's the designer from New York, 70s?
Oh,
It was recently on Netflix. Ewan McGregor played him.
Oh.
Oh, it won't come to me.
Yeah, I don't watch Netflix, so I can't really tell you.
Halsey?
Oh.
I will investigate. Sorry,
Well,
Debbie.
I will take that. I will take that. Thank you very much there, Joe. But yeah, that creates that lovely frame on its own. And because the inner part doesn't have the outside cutting line, it does mean that you get that lovely frame with the frame only. When you want to do the separate piece with the solid piece, let's see if I can pop that there again so you can see there. The solid piece there with all that beautiful design, absolutely gorgeous. That will cut into your cardstock. So it cuts into the cardstock to create those lovely features. But when you bring them both together, that is when you get your full effect. And I'm going to show you that right now, because we are going to do a very simple card, but this is the lovely thing about Creator Cards. It offers you some simplistic cards, but wow, do they stand out. Mantelpiece pleasers, absolutely every single time. They're just absolutely fabulous. So my card, what I'm going to start with initially, measures in at 11 inches by 7, and I've scored it at 2 inches and 3 inches, flip reversed it, 2 inches and 3 inches, because I'm going to do that lovely, one of those really lovely kind of a reversed gatefold, but literally it's just a panel on the front with 2 little wings at the side. So that's exactly how I'm going to use that.
Halston, that's what I was thinking of.
Oh.
Very Halston.
Is it very Alston?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, so what I'm going to do, Joe, is you can I just tell you as well, these are big dies. Do you know this actually measures at 5 by 7? 5 by 7. That is a whopper of a die and a lot of metal for your money. And it literally is the easiest concept. So I'm going to do it in stages so that you can see what I mean by that. So I'm going to just bring in my plate to my platform, and I'm going to pop that on there. Now there's nothing to stop you from going in full pelt, both panels in at one time, but I want you to see the effect that it can create. So I'm going to use some of my low tack tape, like so. And I'm holding that down. Now, the reason I've chose this particular size of card is because it holds the 5 by 7 directly in the centre of the card. So when I tuck my wings in, let's put those in, you can see it just fits in there perfectly. Perfect. So I'm just going to run that through. Now, this is a thin metal die, so it's a thin metal die combination. And also, this little features on here where you've got extra embossed detail. So this is when you can bring in your purple rubber embossing mat as well. But I'm just going to show you, cut through, and run that through. Let the die, let the machine do all the hard work. Let the die do all the hard work. You just sit back and relax and get creative with them.
You can have a swiggy of tea at this point.
It's what?
At home, you can have a swiggy of tea at this point.
Wait a minute, let me machine stop. You might have to repeat that when I got my motor running in my ear.
At
Just hang a
home,
minute.
this would be the point to have a swig of your tea, is what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
a swig of
Or your
the tea.
coffee.
Well, coffee for me, Joe, as you know. Bit of a quick swig. Egg.
You missed
Do
that.
that again, do it again.
This
do
is
it
me at
again,
home
do it again.
crafting.
George, catch him. That is exactly right. Exactly right. Now, when you do that technique with the embossing, I'll just show you with the frame. I probably won't do it with the next piece, but I just want to show you. All I'm going to do is just flip reverse this. Now, you would take off your tape at this point. And I think I will, just in case I, not accidentally, but I probably knowing myself, will end up gluing it all down because it's so super strong. And when you do this technique now, I just need to quickly find, because there's every single mat under here, bar. It seems to be haunting me, the rubber embossing mat. I had this issue last week. Just give me a second, Joe.
Oh, no worries. Lots of people chatting away. Bethan saying 3-in-1 creator cards are such a fab idea. They really are. And Bethan says, Debbie's looking lovely in monochrome. She's vision in monochrome today. You really are, Debbie.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's the monochrome. Look, I'll show you. Monochrome.
Oh, nice.
Dotty,
You're not going to use that to clean the counter today, are you? Because with the
well,
white, I feel like we might be in trouble.
Don't let me, no. Yeah, it's a monochrome dress, it is. Now, I'm going to show you that embossed detail because all of the dies have got this little function, and you can do this. This is optional, you don't have to, but I'm going to show you for the purposes of if you've never done the embossing before. And when I say the embossing, it's embossing with your rubber mat. So you've got your clear cutting plate, you've got your plastic shim. I've actually just flip reversed my die now, so instead of being facing down, I'm facing upwards. And I'm going to put my rubber embossing mat onto the top. Now I get asked this, I can't tell you how many times I get asked this. Will it cut into the rubber embossing mat? No, it won't. It's a different thickness, and a different thickness when I talk about shims is your magnetic shim is a lot thicker than your rubber embossing mat, so it's not going to cut into that mat. However, you must not put those two in together at any one time. So you do not put your shim or your magnetic shim in when you are doing the technique of embossing with your dies. And then the clear cutting plate goes on the top. The reason that you don't put both in is it's too much pressure in your machine, and that's when you can do some damage. So think about that when you're using machine. I always talk about this when you buy a machine, electronic cutting machine. Get to know your machine, what it can do, because the amount of times I get people say that it's done something wrong, it's usually 99.9% of the time human error and not the machine's fault. But that's how you would do that. Look how easy that's fallen out of there. Absolutely beautiful.
Glorious.
And it's got this lovely embossed detail to it as well. Now that's what it looks like with the frame. So I'm just going to remove my rubber embossing mat for a second. Because we're going to move on to, because that looks lovely on its own, and you could pop in there now a little bit of a nesting feature. You could perhaps cut it out if you wanted to. But the beauty of these dies is that you've got a lot of different crafting with this, and that's what I love about these. So Joe, I'm going to bring in my balloons. I'll take all my little pieces out in a second, but I am going to put my balloon onto there because I want to change it up now to use all of it together. And the reason why I've shown you in those two stages is because you've got options, you've got choices, and for me, when it comes to the choices, it's absolutely fabulous to have those choices, to be able to create lots of different styles, like you've shown those gorgeous cards at the beginning in that black and white design. And I'm pretty sure we've probably got a plethora of other ones in the back somewhere. But yeah, there's tons of things that you can do with them. So I'm just running through the balloon one. Now, this doesn't cut out an aperture. It cuts into the cardstock. So if you want to create the aperture, use your nesting dies, perhaps cut the centre piece into the centre of your nesting dies and then add it onto there to create a more layered look. But join us for that launch show and I'll probably do that for you later on. Now, before I actually just take this off, I am going to do a little bit of an inking technique through there. And I did do it on my original piece, and I'll show you in a second.
I love the fact that we inbuild that ability to ink through the dies,
yes.
Debbie. I feel like it really... You know, we talk about Crafters Companion products being designed by crafters for crafters. The amount of extra little design tweaks that Leanne and her team build in that really just elevate your card to the next level. It's so clever, isn't it, what those guys do?
Truly, truly clever concept. So I'm going to bring in some of our ink pads. I've chosen a few colours here. I've got a parakeet, I've got Well, I thought it was crushed velvet. It turns out it's plum pudding, but we'll not worry too much. I've got a bit of fuchsia
pale
in
pig.
there as well. No pale pig?
Pale pig.
I know, do they know they've put that up there, Joe?
I don't know. There's a new chart out the back of all the ink pad colours, and one of them is apparently got a colour called pale pig, which is it's
But we
funny.
definitely
really
don't
made
have
us
a pale
chuckle,
pig.
didn't it?
Pale
It'd be
pig.
quite a lovely sort of soft blush pink colour though, pale pig. Pale pig, that's me in February, Debbie.
Joe. I was going to say something along them lines about myself. I was just thinking about you, but yeah, then I changed my mind. But yeah. When you put this on now, you're just using your die to add as a template to go over the raised area. And again, I'm just using a plethora of colours here. I'm just going in, but you've got open space on your die to be able to create this lovely technique. I might just give it a little bit mix of a colour there. I've got a little bit of, let's go into that yellow lemon tonic up at the star point. Oops, I've gone over, but it don't matter because I've done one here. But just to take your time when you're doing this, and perhaps actually maybe do it all in one go when you've got all of the die, because this is what I did with mine, and I'll just bring it back in. I cut mine, I was confident enough to cut in both pieces at the same time, and then I could ink all the way through there, which is what I've done in my sample that I'm going to show you in a second. But use this as a template to be able to ink through, because it is really quite a clever idea. Let's get with a bit of parakeet. So it's going with a bit of parakeet into this top part here. But yeah, if you're going to do this inking technique, do it when you've got the full frame on, because it makes it a bit easier, so you don't get little mistakes like this happening around the edge. But again, just using that. And then when you take it off, you've got, and all I'm going to do is literally flick out the extra little pieces. Where's my die cleaning brush? Actually, Debbie, just let's get some housekeeping in order. There we go. Let's move all your ink pads out of the way, because I know what you like. And then just take all your pieces out with die cleaning brush. And you go around there, get your pokey tools and things like that, just to get all those pieces out. And it really does create the most lovely effect, especially when you use the inks. Now, on my piece that I've done, wherever's it gone? Well, what have you done with it, Debbie? Oh, you daft devil.
Well, you've done your daft devil.
I said, no, it's all right, Joe. It's because I've done it. I've cut it out, but I haven't put my inks through. I've kept it... Right, please excuse me for a second while I'm going to go back in. Because, not that I'm a perfectionist, but I am. I'm just
You kind of are, Debbie.
I know I am, I know.
You kind of are.
So I'm going to go back in with my inks again. It's a good job we've got 2 hours into it on a morning. Right.
Marcella says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marcella.
Right, so I'm going to go back in with those colours. Let's take them all back off again. Let's go back in with, I'll have a bit of teal just over there. Not
Any
teal.
questions that you've got about these dies? Anything coming out throughout the course of today, or maybe just some life dilemmas that you'd like me and Debbie to sort out for you? We're here for all of that. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Can't say that the life dilemma advice will be good advice, but we're willing to offer it all the same, aren't we, Debbie?
Yes, absolutely. So again, let me just go back in with my inks. Is it me or is it incredibly warm in this studio, Joe? Because I've got about 1,000 degrees. Have we got the heating on over there?
For
because
me,
if we have...
no, we haven't. For me, it's a good temperature, I'd say, but I do run a bit cooler than you.
It's not for me, because I am literally putting in a live this end. I thought somebody had put in literally the central heating on by honestly, I've got really warm. You what, love?
Do you want me to come and fan you?
Oh, I could do with a personal fan.
Have you got a big Spanish fan on you in your bag?
No, I haven't.
Oh, if you bring it in
do you know,
in
since I've
future,
done my craft bag out, I
Bring
haven't.
it in future, and I'm willing to fan you during the show.
Oh,
just so
you are an angel.
From
you
the
are.
correct angle, so we don't knock your samples over as well.
But I have gone incredibly warm, so you just have to excuse me just for a second.
No problem. Any questions you've got, as I said, make sure you get them in. Remember, if you want to see the full 2-hour launch day on these products, then that will be coming up for you at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast, and then also the launch party. Remember what's happening in there. Hello, Gilding Flakes. Then we will absolutely be sharing those with you as well during that show. That's at 6 p.m. Here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast as well. Kimberly says, I love these dies. Nothing else. All is said there. I think everyone is in the same boat. It's extremely busy on these, Debbie. You'll not be surprised to find out.
I'm not into slightest bit surprised because they're absolutely beautiful. They really, really are glorious dies, glorious designs, very useful designs as well for all sorts of different occasions. Lots of mix and matching ability with the terms in when it comes to other things that we have in our crafty stash, like the butterflies and all those kind of things that we've had. And then what I'm just going to do, Joe, is I am literally just going to now pop some strip panels onto the side. Now I've chosen these from one of our paper pads. If you have done the inking technique, all I will say is please give them a wipe down. Don't just be popping them back in, because when you run them back through your machines, you'll find that they that they get rather messy when you run them back through your machine when you've got inks on. And I say this with good knowledge because I've done it myself. I've done it myself, yes, because you know what I'm like. I don't always clean stamps and dies when I've used them to my own peril. So if you are going to do that technique, then please, please, please make sure you give them a little wipe down. But it's a fabulous, you know, it's a lovely technique that you can do when you can use dies to create a little bit of an inky technique without too much trouble there. So again, I'm just going to pop that on. Thank you so much. Our lovely producer Georgina.
Oh, you've got a Beyonce style wind machine going.
I know.
How lovely.
Do you know what? It could be because I am a lady of a certain age, because you're saying in great authority that the heating's not on.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not on.
So it's just me. It's just me and my eternal body clock playing havoc again like it normally does. So thank you so much for helping me out there, Georgina. It is much appreciated. Now, because of my die has been through the machine, my folds need to go back in. So what I'm going to do is just take my bone folder and put those lines back in, the burnished lines there. Always easy to do it before and then put these back in afterwards rather than the other way around, and it's just to make sure that it stands nice and proudly. Of course, you could do things like add a little bit of acetate around the back as well if you wanted to pop some acetate to give it a little bit of strength, but I know that it's going to be fine on its own. And again, I'm not really needing to add much detail other than I'm going to pop a little sentiment onto the bottom. Take your top off, Debbie. Not literally. I'm going to pop that onto the panel just at the bottom, and then I'm going to add a little bit, just a little bit of a bow into this top corner. Let's go back there, and there you go. You've got yourself a really quick and easy card, and you know, it's a lot easier to achieve these kind of things with this style of die. So it's absolutely glorious. You've got 3 different ways that you can use it to create different types and different effects each and every single time.
Amazing, they really are. They're so intricate as well. Gorgeous George of the Joystick, he's out the traps early. He's called that as the demo of the day. George, UK hun, yeah, no. With those gilding flakes, honestly, you've seen nothing yet. I know what Debbie's got up her sleeve for the rest of the day. You've got to want to make sure you stick around, believe me. Let me take you back through the 6 different designs that you're getting in this particular collection. So the first one here is the celebration cake. As you can see there, again, 3 really lovely, clear, defined, different ways in which you can use these. You've then got the balloon bouquet. You will get the elegant fairy. This one here is the daisies and dragonflies. You've also got the butterfly garden, and you will receive the floral peacock as well. So all 6 of those designs coming in there for you, which is brilliant. Very busy on these, but my oh my, I think we're going to break the internet with these gilding flakes. Gosh, it's off the chart busy this morning. A lot of you multi-ordering across all the different options we've got for you. So firstly, what you're going to want to make sure you've got in your basket is this, because you've got the starter kit in there with the brush, the glue and the ink pad. You've also then got the 3 sort of core colours, I'll call them, which is the Oriel, the Argent and the Burnished Copper. And you're getting those self-adhesive foams in there, which is just perfect for this. $29.99, $40.55. A lot of you are adding all of the other 4 options in too. So the next one you've got here, this is your blush, as you can see there. And the blush, that gives you the rose gold, the soft rose and the pretty pink. All of these $14.99 or $16.95. You've also got the Cosmic. Now the Cosmic, that is going to give you the outer space, the blue moon and the starlight. The next one is the Carnival. Love this. This is your midnight mauve, deep iris and lapis blue. Perfect for things like your masquerade ball. I mean, you're going to be able to use this across so many different things, but I just think with that masquerade ball, it's going to look beautiful. The other one we've got is patina, and this one is Sunglow, rich copper and verdigris, which is amazing. And if you wanted to go for any extras of the precious metals, or you just wanted to get the precious metals on their own, these are 200 mil in each of these ones, which is fantastic. So they are really large containers, these ones, so do snap them up. $19.99, $26.85 for those core colours. Going to give you an opportunity to check out your basket super early doors, because there are a lot of bulging baskets out there. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories plastic shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila, an amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories plastic shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Wowzers, trousers, so incredibly busy this morning here. It is the morning, isn't it? Yeah, just this morning here on Crafters TV. We're going to have one of those giddy days today, myself and Debbie. I just sense it. I can feel it in the atmosphere. Very busy still on those creative cards. We're going to have to come and have a look at the Gilding flakes though, because my oh my, you guys are loving these. So many of you going for these this morning. I want to share with you what you get in here then. So essentially, this boards are really great at showing you the 3 different colours. Now, they are 200 mils, the pots here within the sort of core colours, which is absolutely massive. When you decant those into much larger containers, they are going to go such a long way for you. You are going to get the self-adhesive foam as well. You get 57 sheets of 57 pieces in one, and you also get 39 pieces in the other. What you are also getting as well, which I just want to show you, is the fact that you are getting that starter kit as well. And in here, you've got that dry ink pad, the sponge, and the liquid glue. So you know you've got absolutely everything ready to get creative as soon as you get these back. That's what you should all be adding into your basket, $29.99, $40, $55. And then what we have are some further colours for you as well. Now the further colours are organised in their different collections. This one is the patina that you're looking at just here. What you can see on the board is the colour used in, look how shiny they are. Honestly, You could do your makeup in those, they're so shiny. You put them on a bit of flat cardstock. What you've got in here is in the patina, you've got the Sun Glow, the rich copper, and the verdigris in that one. So these are the 3 colours used individually, and then that's the colours used all together, which I think is absolutely stunning. Great way, I'm thinking, Debbie, as well, of maybe using up your sort of leftover bits, using them all together. You've then got the blush in here too, and the blush gives you the rose gold, the pretty pink, and the soft rose. This one here is the Carnival, and in the Carnival you're going to get the Midnight Mauve, the Deep Iris, and the Lapis Blue. And then the Cosmic gives you the Outer Space, the Blue Moon, and the Starlight. Debbie, am I right in thinking it's quite rare to get some of these colours as gilding flakes? I don't know if I recall seeing colours like this. I know I've always seen metallic tones, but these coloured ones are unlike anything I've seen before.
So you'll find out there with other companies that there's like metallics that are ready and available in variant different pots and sizes. Ours, especially that starter kit, 200ml per pot. The coloured ones, 50ml per pot. But normally you get like a mixture of flakes. You don't get like specific colours.
Right.
So the specific colours for me give you options of choosing a bold colour that will create a lovely, different kind of foiled effect because of the way that the flakes work. But to have the ability then to mix your colours as well is a plus. If you've already got something that's pre-mixed, that's okay. But I want something that offers me a full colour. And that's what I love about these. Those coloured ones especially are just solid colours.
And I guess you can then mix your own.
Yeah, mix your own then, absolutely. And you will, because I've got myself a little pot that I've been using my waste into, or you can get another plain pot. I mean, you can buy those plastic pots and things like that, cheap as chips in most of your hardware stores and things like that, where you can get them really cheap as well, to be able to pop them back in if you want to do that. But you've got the ability then to put your colours back into that pot that you're using. But it's the ability to be able to mix and match if you want to. That's why we've done those boards with each solid colour of the butterfly, and then the mixture to show you what it's like when you mix them up. So they are absolutely incredible, and it is very rare to find a solid colour. And that's what I love about, Leanne and the team. We've been going on absolutely ages. And I stopped asking a while ago because I thought we're never going to get them to stop asking, Debbie. Honestly.
And then boom, here they are.
Honestly, so excited when I heard that these are coming out because, just to have them. And it's a different style of craft. But it can be something that you can concentrate on fully, or just add little details to it. If you want to add maybe onto the bit of a butterfly, the body of the butterfly, with a bit of gilding flakes, now you've got that opportunity to do so, because you've got the liquid glue as well. And definitely that starter kit I will be buying more than one of. I'm just going to say there is a lot of glue in there to start with, but if it's something that you want to carry on doing and continue to do, get hold of a second or a third set. And then you've got different sponges for different colours and things like that as well, and dry ink pads as well, which you're going to find really useful when you think about how many stamps you've got in your collection, to then be able to stamp sentiments, stamps that you own, like your butterflies or any kind of stamp. I'm just using butterflies top of my head, but any kind of stamp that you own in your collection, and turning it into something really beautiful with this lovely foil design that the gilding flakes give you. So I know I'm excited. I know Craig's probably bursting at the seams, because Craig loves gilding flakes. He's made no bones of it. The fact that we've actually got our own now that we can play with our own brand is absolutely amazing. And I'm glad you're loving them as much as we love them.
Yeah, we really are. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. Debbie, I'm drooling with anticipation at what you're going to do with these, especially now in this show, but also in that later launch party, which is of course coming up 6 p.m, isn't it, here in the UK, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. Everyone's getting their orders in, Debbie. It's so busy on these.
And it is. And I'm going to start with that starter kit, because I'm going to show you. I mean, I want you to have a look at this now. I'm probably going to have to turn my fan off, Joe. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I'll do it for you.
Thank you very much. Only because we're talking flakes. And I get hot in my craft room, and I do have a fan in my craft room. And I did that little silly thing of forgetting to switch it off. And I was watching my snooker while I was playing with these, and I completely forgot. And as I took my flakes out, they literally went scattering across and hit my window behind me and all on my blinds and everything, because they do. So please make sure you've got no fans blowing away in the background. I'll put it back on in a minute when I finish with this. But these are big pots of flakes, and I'm going to take them off so you can see the quality of the flakes, the colours of the flakes. And I mean, this set is going to last you a very long time. time. There are a lot of flakes crammed into this pot. I think you perhaps can see the colour I've been using a little bit more, which is the silver flakes, but they're soft to the touch. They're just absolutely glorious. The quality of them is absolutely beautiful. The colours are to die for, even in these precious metals.
It's quite difficult to explain what they feel like, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like
It's very strange. They're
yeah,
a
it
really
is.
odd texture.
Have you had your fingers in?
I have, yeah. On a couple of occasions, actually. And they are very, very, very... They look like metal, but they feel like...
Because that's
almost
exactly
fabricy,
it.
don't they?
Yeah, well, oh, they're just so lovely. They are so lovely and flaky and so usable as well. So that's the 3 gorgeous colours that you've got. So I'm just going to move them there. Now I ain't got my fan on. I'm not worried that they're going to fly everywhere. So normally at home, I would make sure I put my lids back on straight away. Now I'm going to talk about these 3D foam pads. I love these. These are the you're going to use these as embellishments. I'm not going to lie. And they are double-sided daisies. This is just the carrier sheet so you can see the designs. You're going to get, in your nature, and I say nature, this is your nature assortment where you've got butterflies, dragonflies, birds, birdhouses, you've got leaves, you've got acorns, you've got flowers. Woo! You've got a lot.
You've got 57 pieces in that
57 of those. The swirls, I think you're going to use, do you know, to finish little accents off into the corners of your projects, or maybe if you're doing home decor, scrapbooking or anything like that. This is going to be the one that you'll use for those lovely swirls and flourishes. And there's 39 of those in there. That's just your carrier sheets, because literally when you look at it, you're thinking, what the heck? I can't see it. Bet you will in a minute, because I'm going to use... I think, shall I use my... I'll use my swirls.
96 in total, Debbie.
It's a lot, and
yeah,
it is a nice bit, but I'm just going to use a random bit of cardstock. Now, that's our matte black cardstock. All you're going to do, because these are double-sided adhesive sheets. Now, one thing you can do is you can peel all the backings off, put your flakes on and do it that way, and then you've got ready-made... already decorated with your gilding flakes on there, and then you can just peel them off when you want to use them. But for the sake of the demo, I'm going to show you just how to pop these out. So you take them out, you literally pick them up. They're a sticky, very sticky foam as well, but they're already pre-die cut for you. So you take them off the carrier sheet, like so, and try not to get your fingernails stuck all over them like I'm doing, and then place them around. Now, I'll do it with my little swirl design, so we'll go in there. Let's have a look. What other design have I got? Oh, that's a nice big fancy.
Julie Barlow says the Gilding Flake colours look amazing. Can't wait to receive them. So many people getting their orders in. Miriam says, good morning, y'all, from South Carolina. Joe, Debbie, CCTV, Team Social, lovely crafty people. Hello to you, Miriam.
Hello, Miriam. Yes, it's lovely to have you with us this morning. And actually, all day, hopefully. I hope you're going to stay tuned with us all day. We've got a fabulous launch show coming up later. And then we've got the launch party. I love Tuesdays. I'm not going to lie, Tuesday's one of my favourite days.
Good day, isn't it, a Tuesday?
Yeah, well, especially when you get a launch day and then like a launch party at the night as well, with all the recent things that we've launched.
It's a bit strange though, because it's like a Tuesday, but feels like a Monday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because yesterday, I'm not sure if it was the same in the US. I think it's pretty global, the bank holiday, isn't it, that we've just had, the May Day bank holiday.
I was going to ask, is it global?
It's called Labour Day in Australia. Across Europe, it's also a bank holiday as well, all across Europe. So it has its roots in sort of workers' rights movements, I think, Debbie. So I think it's quite a universal bank holiday.
I didn't know if it were a British thing, do you know, where you've just got like a British bank holiday and then...
Definitely here in the UK, across most of mainland Europe and in Australia, I know they definitely all have that bank holiday yesterday, so...
Right, I'm just putting those 3 on there to start with, Joe, and this is just for demonstration purpose because I'm going to use all the 3 colours on here. Now, when you're doing these, Joe, and depending on the colours that you are using, I mean, I'm going to go and take mine off. So, literally, you take your backing off, so the carrier sheet that's on the top, because you've stuck them down. So this is, like I said, going to be perfect for when you want to add things to your finished projects. So just take the carrier sheets off, however you do this. I know our Craig will be whipping these off super fast, because you know what it's like with his foam pads. That's exactly what these are, but they're shaped. And that's what I love about them.
Craig is going to have a field day with these.
He's going to have a proper field day. I bet you any money now he's busy beavering away in his craft room.
Don't be using these for mats and layers.
No. You can use them to edge, you know, do edging and things like that. But yeah, I wouldn't be using. I mean,
you're not going to use them as an adhesive, are you?
No. Definitely not. Now I'm going to bring my flakes in. So I'm going to bring these in close so you can see them. Oh, God, how gorgeous do they look on camera. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to literally take my little flakes now. So I'm going with that lovely burnish copper one. And you don't need to put a lot on, Joe. You can use, you know, quite a... a little will go a long way is what I'm looking for with this one, but I'm going to just literally pop that on, and I usually tend to rub over with my finger. I'm pretty sure Craig will do the same thing, but just pop a few on there. And at the minute you're probably thinking, well, you've took all that lovely design away, what on earth's going off? But just stay tuned, I promise you, it's worth it. These flakes, I mean, you've got chunky great big flakes in here. They're so soft.
It's like gold leaf is what it looks like, isn't it?
That's exactly, yeah, exactly it.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. But honestly, Joe, they're just absolutely gorgeous. I am honest. I want to go and hug Leanne is what I want to go and do, because I honestly can't tell you how excited I was when I first heard that we were getting these. And this is just using the foam pads. So I've got a little bit of gold on there, but it doesn't matter, because this is the lovely thing. You can mix, you can match. You can, in fact, tell you what, I will do that with the bottom one. Let's put a little bit of gold and silver together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just taking your flakes. And like I said, you don't need a lot. A little will go a long way. So I'm just covering over there, and I'm just giving that a little rub over with my finger. Just going to move my flakes out of the way. Now, this is when you're going to bring your toolkit into the equation. So you're going to bring in your little sponge. Now, I did tell you my sponges, you can see the colours I've been using a lot of. These are your sponges, and this is what's going to do that buffing technique. So when you've given it a little coverage with your finger and got some of the excess off, you're going to take your little sponge and you're going to rub over your design. Like so. And that's just taking off and around. Now, don't forget...
Do you have to be quite gentle with it, Debbie?
Well, this is a nice soft sponge.
Okay.
Normally, in the past, I've used, like, scrub it. Do you know?
Yeah, like a bit of wire wool sort of style
Yeah,
one.
but you don't, honestly, you don't need... You'll get that lovely soft burnish look with the softest of sponges as well. But you simply just take the excess...
I guess you could use what, like the back of a washing up sponge would take it off, would it? That sort of softness.
Yeah.
Can I come and give you sponge a squeeze?
Just come and have a little squeeze. Come and have a little squeeze at Miss Sponge, Joe. You'll see what I mean by soft.
I've squeezed some sponges in my time, and that is a very soft sponge.
It is a very soft sponge, yeah, absolutely. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter. And do you know, when I was talking about getting hold of more than one starter kit, especially for the purposes of the glue, because I don't think right now we currently sell the glue separately.
We don't at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. That's all I'm going to say at the moment, because I'm not sure what's coming along the way. Now you can see, because I've got a bit of purple, it's actually put a little bit of the purple flakes on there. However, I'm not worrying too much at all. I'm just going to make sure I've got all my little pieces down.
If you wanted to get an extra bumper pack, $4.99 on its own, Debbie.
Is that all it is?
In the UK, yeah. If you put the bumper pack in the UK. If you're in the US, $6.95. So it might be an idea of popping an extra one of those in. Just so you've got the glue, the ink pad, and an extra sponge if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I've got myself my little spare tub. So this is what I was talking about, those tubs where I've just literally popped in my spare flakes. So I've got a plethora of colours in there. And honestly,
Debbie.
I'll use this in a moment to show you. So all those spare flakes, I promise you, they're not waste. Don't sweep them up off the floor for your hoover to hoover up. I want you to put them in a little tub. Craig will tell you the same. Get them in a little tub, because you're going to reuse the waste. That I'm going to use in a moment. But for now, I'm just going to put my lid back on there, because I want you to have a little look at your lovely foam. Now, I did say that I've used my purple sponge, so there's a little hint of purple in there, but can you see it? Shall we do a front view, George? Do you think the front view will work?
Shiny.
Oh my God, absolutely, stunningly amazing. Can you see this one at the top? It's got a bit of gold and silver together. How beautiful, how beautiful, how gorgeous. And look, the lovely thing about flakes is that you get a different feel and a look. So tonight foiling is more of a straight across kind of foil.
Yeah.
With a gilding flake, you get like a multitude of different effects on there. And again, if I'll just show you that one at the top.
It looks a bit more organic almost, doesn't it?
Absolutely, but how stunning does that look? I love the one with the mix. The mix is absolutely fabulous. So that is what is just with the foam. That's the starter kit, but I am going to show you what else you can do with that starter kit as well. So literally, and I will go on with other colours and stuff like that, but I do want to tell you how to use your glue, your wet glue, and I say wet glue, it's the liquid glue, with your dry ink pad as well. So this is what I'm going to bring in, a stamp. So I have got my gorgeous little, well, semi-gorgeous little stamp. I did a terrible thing yesterday. I didn't clean it straight away, so I've got a sticky stamp.
Oh, you got a sticky stamp.
However, does it matter? Doesn't matter, George. That's because I can hear a little George in my ear there.
George.
You
haven't called me Ben yet today. We're an hour in. This is a record for the amount of time we've gone.
This is a good record for me, can I tell you? Because I know you're my Joe. But we've got the George Square.
George and Ina.
George and Nina.
George and Ina, yeah.
George and Ina. Oh, you've got a new name. Is that what he calls you, Georgina?
George, Ina. Yeah, George and Ina.
George and Ina.
Never heard that one. Or George squared.
I've never heard that before. Have I? Well, I must be shutting my ears off. I always thought it was George Square. However, does everybody know?
It's going to be George singular, isn't it?
I
From
know.
Saturday onwards. Unfortunately, Georgina is leaving us. She is going off travelling. She is going off around the world. Where are you going first? Is it Hawaii first, Georgina? Then South America? Then Mexico, working our way down through South America, and then maybe Australia at the end? Possibly Australia at the end as well. I mean, what an adventure she is going to have.
Absolutely, yes. So
We're
it's
not
going to be
jealous
just
at all.
George, lonely George in the box on his own.
Just lonely George in the box on his own. Yeah, just George in his joystick and no one else.
And
That's
no
all
one
there's gonna
else.
be in
No,
there.
we're going to let him fend for himself, and he's going to look after it all, isn't he? No, we're only kidding. We're only kidding. There are other team members as well, but we will miss her. Now I'm going to go back in to show you how to do this. Now I did say that my stamp's a little bit mucky. When I say mucky, I've actually got flakes on it on the underside. I didn't clean it, which I should have done. However, it's not going to affect it too much. But what you need to remember with your liquid glue is, I always give mine a little shake just to make sure it mixes it all up together. But the liquid glue is very sticky glue. So I want you to remember that this is a sticky glue and not like your standard glues, like, you know, which take a while to get tacky. This is quite sticky. This is your dry ink pad. Yours will come clear and not full of glitter.
Yours is pretty clean, Debbie. Come
Actually,
on.
to be fair, that's quite clean for me.
I've seen your
lie.
watermark and it is mucky normally, so that's pretty clean.
Well, do you know I tell you about not cleaning stamps and things like that? This stamp had got pink ink on, but because it were on here, I didn't see it. So I took my first dry ink pad, put my glue on it, and then dabbed it all over and ended up with a very bright pink ink pad, dry ink pad. So, but no, we don't want that. So make sure you clean your inks. But what you are going to do is you're just going to drop a few drops of the liquid.
Oh, that's
glue.
what's called a dry ink pad.
That's why it's called a dry ink pad. Yeah, you don't want this already done.
I
do you?
thought it was some sort of, you know, new fandangled dry ink that was within this ink pad.
No, not at all. And again, I'm just covering it all over and letting that soak into there. But literally, it's just so that you can keep reusing it. And we've done it in a little one because we want the detail to go into any of your stamps, whether it be a sentiment stamp, whether it be a big butterfly stamp like this one. And this is one of ours from our range. But I'm just going to now cover over. And you can see it because it's almost got like a little blue tinge to it.
It has, isn't it?
Yeah, so, and I'm just making sure, and it's good for purposes as if you want to make sure that you've covered the whole of the stamp, because sometimes it can be difficult to see if you've inked all over. But if you're unsure, you can just go back in, pop a little bit more glue. It's not going to do any harm to it, so I'm just wanting to make sure I've got a good coverage. But when I say it's sticky, it is really sticky, and when you touch your fingers to it, you'll understand what I mean by that, as I found out to my peril yesterday, because I ended up with glue all over my fingers, hence then popping my fingers into the flakes. Guess who got covered in flakes everywhere?
Oh,
Get myself a new colour.
You gilded yourself?
I gilded myself, yeah, literally, quite literally. Gilded my nails. So I'm just going to now put this on, and you'll see what I mean in a minute when I say how sticky it is, because, and I just want to make sure I've got a good coverage, because, there we go, pop that on. You literally, when I say sticky,
and is this because you've got
that's
an
how
exceptionally
sticky it
sticky
is.
stamp?
It comes off there. So I just want you to see how sticky this actually is. But I'm going to peel that back because I don't think it's done.
Oh, I
And
wonder
think
what's
I've done a
going on
good
then, Debbie. It
coverage.
hadn't occurred to me your stamp was still on there. I was thinking, gosh, that looks different. I always wondered what was going on for a moment.
Now what you're going to do is with this is, because and obviously I would probably use the stamping platform for this, but I can see it's covered on there, as well as if you don't want any of the gilding flakes, do you know like you would normally do with your anti-static bag, you can do that as well. But you want to make sure it goes quite tacky-ish before you do it. But it's quite a quick drying one, I'm not going to lie, it's quite quick drying. I know Sarah's... Oh, I did say to you, didn't I?
Stop waggling.
I know, I've got to stop because I've got my pot lids off and bits are flying everywhere, and I don't want the bits flying all over the studio.
No,
That's the last thing you want to see.
I guess the thing is with the gilding flakes, it doesn't matter if you haven't got a full coverage. It doesn't matter if it looks a bit rustic. It kind of lends itself to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just popping my flakes back onto the top of me stamped image now, and I'm going to go in. I'm using the starter kit ones, but you've got all those other ones. This is what I mean about sticky ink. Oh, I'm doing it again. Make sure you've got a good coverage. Pop that all over, and you'll see in a second. And like I said, stamping platform I would probably recommend more than anything, because you'll get a better stamped image, and of course you can go back in, but you can already see my butterfly taking shape. And I've talked about it often, but I do have a problem sometimes with dexterity. So what I would say is do what's right for you. If you're good at stamping freehand with your rocker blocks and things like that, then absolutely do that. But all we're going to do is, I'm going to cover that back up, grab my sponge again. You can clean these sponges, can I just say, because I know mine's all purpley and pink, but you can clean your sponges, rinse them under the water and let them just dry off. Perfect. And it gets rid of all these flakes, because obviously it builds up. But these are reusable sponges, so that's what I'm going to say. But just for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to show you exactly what we're doing.
Miriam's asked, does the starter set include the glue pens? We don't have the glue pens at the moment, do we, Debbie? But you were telling me they are coming, aren't they? Down the line.
Yes.
And there's not that long to wait either.
No, it's not long at all. Can I just tell you, it's worth waiting for. So you can be using, now I don't know if I've got mine in my stash at the minute. Let me see if I've got one in my stash. Oh, I think I have, yeah. There's other ones that are on the market. This is my Versamark one.
Right.
It might be available on the website. Go and have a little look. But we do have these coming where we've got 3 different styles of brushes, and I say brushes, pens, that you can do your writing and things like that. But can you see me gorgeous butterfly?
Yeah.
Now I've just missed the little area off there, which is why I probably would have used my stamping platform if I could have found it, because I don't know what it's probably gone somewhere there. Again, don't throw any of those flakes away. If you've got big flakes, you can pop them back into your pot. But I'm just going to put these into my spare pot because I don't want to waste a single thing. And again, I'm just going to get rid of all these. Just bear with me a minute, Joe.
No worries, I'm bearing with you, don't you worry about that. Sarah Brown says, oh, Georgina, have fun when you're travelling, especially if you make it to Australia. Alison says, Joe, how do you clean the glue ink pad after use? Do you have to, that's a great point. Do you have to do anything to the ink pad, Debbie?
No.
You just can leave it as is?
Yeah, you can leave it.
Any residual glue can just stay in there?
You just keep, when you come to reuse it again, just add a little bit more glue in there. You don't have to dry it, you don't have to rinse it in underwater or anything like that. It becomes dry again, so that's the nature of the pad, which for me is absolutely fabulous. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of a cloth, just let me bring my cloth in.
No worries.
I didn't use my anti-static bag, which I would say, please do use your anti-static bag when you're doing this technique.
Treasure Heart says, Treasure Heart says, is the glue different to the regular tacky glue that we have?
Yes, it is.
It's a different formulation.
It's a bit more stickier. Tacky glue is more of it's about that the ratio of the water with the So it is slightly. You can do it with tacky glue. Okay. You would literally though need to let it get tacky, as
really
into the point of nearly drying.
Tacky.
Little tacky. But yeah, make sure. So you can use that as well, but this is a specialist glue for gilding flakes. You'll know what I mean by that because there's lots of glues on the market. This is our Spectrum Noir brand that's like the other ones that are on the market, but let me tell you, a lot cheaper. Just saying. And the reason I know, Joe, is because I've been using gilding flakes in my crafting style now for about 10 years. I literally love gilding flakes, so I've been using them a long time. Craig's the same, and he'll tell you the same thing as well. They can be quite expensive. Look how gorgeous that looks.
Really
Even though I've missed a little bit, it's got kind of a shabby little chic to it. I'll show you my other one that I made as well when I did use my stamping platform.
Nice.
In the different colours. So that is using your, and do you know what you could then use, like dies or your fussy cut scissors to be able to create there. And again, look how gorgeous it looks when you do different colours. Absolutely beautiful. And again, you think about all those stamps you have in your stamping collection. I'm just going to have to put my lid on, Joe, because I can see flakes. As I'm talking, I'm breathing over them and they're flying all over the studio. John's going to kill me. Tracy's back in.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's been on holiday. She's caught the sun as well.
She has. It looks like she's been abroad.
She said she had a lovely time. She was in the Highlands.
I know.
How
Obviously,
lovely.
the sun was...
I'd love to go up to Scotland.
I think she wants to move there, you know.
Does she?
Yeah.
Do you know where we need to go?
What's
we
that?
still haven't set a date. We need to get to Scarborough, Debbie.
Oh,
we must
yes.
get the date set.
Willie's.
We've got to go to Winking Willie's for fish and chips
chip
and a boat trip as well. Right. No wishy wow.
Don't be starting that wishy-woo-woo again. Wishy-woo, wishy-wow, whatever it was.
I've forgotten about that, hadn't you? Oh, I've never been so disappointed. I did put it back in my car though. Let me just quickly share with you what you're getting into. In this foam bumper collection, you're getting the 3 core colours. You're getting 600 mils, 0.6 of a litre of these amazing brand new gilding flakes, which is the Oriel, the Argent and the burnished copper. What you've then got, of course, is these foams, the foams in there as well. So you're getting 39 of the swirls and flourishes, 57 of the nature assortment. What you're also getting as well is that incredible starter kit. Now the great thing is about the toolkit, you've got that glue in there, you've got the dry ink pad. Now you actually get 3 of the black sponges within here as well, so you'll be able to use those. You might want to go for an extra one of those. If you do want to grab an extra one of the starter kits, and you can, it is available individually, and it is $4.99 or $6.95. What most of you are doing though is adding one of these in there and then one each of the following additional ones, which are 3 50ml pots for you of these size just here. So I'm just going to go through them, just to give you an idea of what it looks like, but these are the different ones that you have. So you have patina first, that's going to give you the sun glow, the rich copper and the verdigris, so I can't read my own handwriting. You've got the 3 of them used individually there, and then actually all of them together look stunning. They really, really do. Next one is blush, and that's going to give you the rose gold, the pretty pink, and the soft rose. Then you've also got the Carnival, and the Carnival is the midnight mauve, the deep iris, and the lapis blue, which is gorgeous. And you've got the Cosmic, which is the outer space, the blue moon, and the starlight there. And then if you're going for the bumper kit and then all 4 of the additionals, look at that myriad of different colours that you are going to have there. I mean, just think of the possibilities when it comes to creating with all of these gorgeous colours. I tell you what, shall we see what the boss did with these when she was on recently with them? Why don't we do that? Here's Sarah doing some fabulous home decor. Can we just take a moment?
Sorry, Joe,
no,
sorry.
How stunning is that?
That is absolutely. This is what I was talking about all the different surfaces that it can go on. I hadn't seen Sarah do that. Absolutely stunning. We're talking lots of surfaces, and this is what you know. You can go and look on YouTube and all those places how other crafters use gilding flakes. We just show you the bare basics. I'm going to show you later on how you can use your tapes, how you can die cut into them, how you can use them onto your double-sided adhesives. That is absolutely stunning what our Sarah did there, showing you how you can use it in your home decor projects as well. So Joe, goodness me, I need to see that clip again later on.
Oh, absolutely.
What a great demonstration in how all those different surfaces we talked about, you can pop them onto a glass, onto MDF, onto canvases, onto card, all sorts of different things. I absolutely adore them, and I know you're going to adore them too. Do you know you can even use them in nail art, Joe? Can I just tell you, joking aside, yes, you can, because I've done that before. Do you know, during lockdown, I actually used gilding.
Did you?
Not always, but I use gilding flakes to decorate my nails and then gel them over the top. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, why not? This is what you can do. And one of the guys yesterday, hobby maker, said to me, could you use it on your, on other surfaces? And I told him what surfaces. He were blown away. Yeah. Blown away with how many surfaces you can actually put them onto. So that was a great little clip.
Imagine if you wanted to do something like make your own. Imagine if you wanted to make your own fabulous coasters for home, Debbie. Just buy some really inexpensive ones. Wouldn't really matter if they were glass, tile, wood, whatever they were, really. put them over, put a bit of a varnish over the top. You've got something like a Mod Podge or something like that over there.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to seal it as well.
Seal
then.
it, yes, seal them
There are,
afterwards, yeah.
as Debbie says, so many different things that you can do with them. Emma Bailey says, would the Xyron sticky sheet hold the flakes, do you think, Debbie?
Absolutely, it will do as well, yeah. So anything that's got an adhesive surface will work with your flakes.
Amazing.
So yes, it will, yeah.
Also, Karen says, can we use tape pen or red liner tape with the Gilding flakes?
Well, this is red liner tape. If I just show you, I'm going to show you how to do this technique later on. We're going to do a little demonstration with that. That is red liner
gorgeous.
tape. And using it on black and white cardstock, so you can see. You can put this onto coloured paper. So all your paper pads, you could add a little touch there. Because the liquid glue gives you the opportunity to be able to craft with it as well. And I'm going to show you that later on as well in the launch party. So stay tuned for the rest of the day, because there is a lot of things that you can do with them. Me personally, I love using waste. That's an adhesive sheet. That's what a double-sided adhesive sheet.
That's amazing.
With the waste from my little pot. And you can then take your die cuts. So that was the vintage butterfly, and just used it to create a different look altogether. So honestly, get them. I promise you, you will never be disappointed with these Gilding flakes. The quality is superb. So many different ways you can use them, lots of different surfaces. Don't forget, it's not just my take on it. You're going to see Craig's take on it as the shows go on through the weeks. Because we've now got them in our stash, it means that we can now...
Look how happy she is. I haven't seen her this happy in years.
Happy. So happy, Joe, I really am.
Oh, amazing. I know you're all going to absolutely love them. I can't wait till you get them home, start creating with them and start sharing some of your pictures with us on social media so we can really see what you've been getting up to. We must go back to these. These only launched yesterday. Right, when we launch a product, we expect to have enough stock to last a month. We really love to be able to, you know, bring it back for a launch party and then bring it back, of course, for a craft along or a Monday Makers. However, these launched yesterday and 70%, yes, 70% of these has already gone. They are absolutely blooming gorgeous. They are the 6x6 embossing folders with the stamps and dies. So what it means is you have the two different styles on each embossing folder, the central die which you can then use to cut that out, and what you've then, of course, got is your sentiment that goes in there. And the great thing is you can mix and match those sentiments, which is awesome, and you get a different leading edge on each one of the dies as well. So this one here is your happy birthday. You've then got with love, which is that one just there. This one here is your celebrate. All different designs, all different sentiments, all different borders in each of these as well. This one's your make a wish. Then you've also got the just a note, and you've also got congratulations in there. That's Cliff Richard's favourite one, that one, Debbie.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry,
She can't
Joe.
hear me over the fan. She was too busy looking at her Gilding flakes.
Do you know, actually...
It was a really terrible joke about Cliff Richard.
Oh,
I said this one, congratulations, Cliff Richard's favourite.
Congratulations.
Exactly.
Oh, of course.
Debbie was just in a trance. She had the Gilding flakes, so I looked up at
because
her.
in my head, I was thinking, wouldn't these embossing folders look beautiful, gilded up?
Ooh.
And so in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to change one of my demos later on tonight. So because I'm thinking I'm going to add Gilding flakes to it. So in my head, I was thinking ahead of the shows later on, I'm forever crafting, I'm forever thinking, you know, we're creative people. You know that, I know that. I get my creative juices are flowing when I think about these things, and that's what I was doing, Joe. So I do apologise.
That's all right.
Sorry for not listening.
I can see you were in another world, another creative, crafty world, Debbie. $49.95, $64.75 if you want to go for those ones. Under £40 or $52 if you want to get your hands on these as a platinum member. Also remember as well, Shop the Show is back, isn't it? So you can go over and either shop the day or shop the show. You've got the option
choices
to do either.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, so who is it just mentioned this in the comments? Susan says, hello Joe and Debbie, glad you two are back. Also, it's good to see the Shop the Show is back. Makes things much easier, clearer and easier to find out, to figure out. Whatever is IG, what the craft along is. Yeah, there you are. Glad that you like that. So you've got the option to do both now, I believe, over on the website, which is awesome. Right then, Debbie, these embossing folders are gorgeous. Have you had your hands on these yet?
Oh yeah, I personally requested some last week. I wanted to get ahead and have a little practice with them before I came on air with them this week. So I just said, can I have some sent to me just so I can have a little play? I adore embossing folders, full stop. They are always and have been one of my favourite products because I may own 1 or 2 embossing folders, not just ours. I have a little bit addicted to embossing folders. There is so much you can do with embossing folders from the technique-wise. Remembering back to the good old days of Jan in the other studio where she did 17 techniques in 2 hours.
17?
17 techniques of different... That's just some of the ways that you can use embossing folders. What I love about these is they're embossing folders, dies and stamps, giving you choice. And that is, as with anything, the way of the world is thinking at this moment is that what we can give you value for money. And this set is absolutely that. So I'm not surprised, I am not surprised that you love these. And I know that Michelle did a fabulous show yesterday. Even though I couldn't get to watch it, I know because I heard the buzz, I saw the things on the internet about all the different ways that you can use them. I adore this one that Sandy's done. That is letterpress technique at its finest. It literally is the most gorgeous, glorious technique, and it's very easy to achieve, but not just in box, card making, box making. Look at this. Because you've got that ability with the die and the stamp, you can create lovely decorative edges like this and then have that beautiful design running through the top as well. Inky backgrounds, lots of different ways that you can do. And Marie did a fantastic suite with these, which are just absolutely gorgeous. Gilding waxes, gilding flakes, as we're going to find out later on, because I'm going to have a dabble in between shows. Now I've got my little head thinking, but I'm stripping it back.
Oh.
I am. I'm going stripped back and really tone on tone, as in one colour tone on tone. So I'm using some Centura Pearl.
This isn't like you.
It's, it is me of late.
You did something very understated last week, Debbie, as well.
Yes, and I'm doing that again because it is a nice technique. It's called the clean and simple technique, or CAS, to anybody out there. And you're thinking, CAS, what's that? CAS, clean and simple. Because it is sometimes really nice. Sorry. I feel like, pure and simple then. I was in my head, pure and simple. ESC, do you remember them?
I loved ESC.
Oh, I loved ESC.
I was obsessed. It was the original Pop Stars, wasn't it?
Yes, because
it was Kim Marsh was part of it, wasn't she? Yeah.
Because that's what brought Hearsay, who won it, but Liberty X were the rejects.
They were.
They were absolutely flipping fabulous, let me tell you. I absolutely loved Liberty X. I loved them both, to be fair, but and launched so many careers for so many of them, and not for some.
Kim Marsh goes in the same pub I do.
Do you what?
Kim Marsh goes into the same pub as me in Manchester. Quite often see her in
Why
the pub.
did you not take me to that pub when I was down in Manchester?
I have told you about it. I'll take you one day, I promise.
You better do. Stalk it when Kim Marsh is there, because I think she's absolutely fabulous. Incredible singer, incredible actress.
Maybe not stalk her, but yeah, okay, we can't condone stalking.
No, don't get no restraining orders out or anything like that. No, not stalking.
Those days are gone, Debbie, aren't they?
Oh, yes, they are. Talking about my snooker days. Right, so bringing it back into the room. I'm going to use this with some Centura Pearl. Now, these are 6x6 inside. And like we said, there's lots of ways that you can use these because of the design of them. You can have them flip reversed, you can have the flowers on the top, the leaves on the top. It's entirely up to you. You can go sideways. There's lots of ways that you can use them, but I'm taking some Centura Pearl. I've cut it down just a fraction because I like mine to fit into that folder, and I'm just going to keep it in its simplistic form. This is a 2D embossing folder, so for a 2D embossing folder you just need your 2 clear plates. There is an exception to that where you can add in your metal shim if you want a deeper emboss, as in you want to push it in a bit further. You can use your metal shim sandwiched in between there as well. I know our Debbie loves to do that technique, but I'm just going to use my 2 clear embossing plates for that, because that is normally what we recommend the sandwich for your beauty. And this is the Centura Pearl with the hint of gold. Talking about, like wedding designs and things like that, you could be doing things just simply using. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Thank you, George.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it?
It is
beautiful
stunning.
detail.
And I love the idea of having the 2. And there's nothing to stop you as well from elongating this slightly, because you've got the ability, and I'll try and find that sample that shows it, where you can elongate your embossing folder simply by adding in your die, because the die And then the stamp, so you can stamp directly, you could go with that stamp and then go straight in there if you wanted to. But I love this idea because...
Do you have to use a specific ink pad to stamp on Centura Pearl? Or
no, you just need your permanent one. So for that, you would use your waterproof one because that's the permanent ink.
Excellent.
So yes, so that's a good shout out of that actually, Joe. Yeah, you could use quick dry because quick dry will it'll take a little bit of time to quick dry because it's the instant, with it being a coated one, it's not quite as instant as it is on your things like stamping card or cardstock and paper. But you can use that. But if you want to use it use a permanent one. That's what I'm going to recommend if you use it onto coated cardstock. Or you could, of course, use your wet glue, as in your liquid glue, and stamp it and then put your gilding flakes over the top. Ooh, I'm thinking of things now as well. But yes, so what I'm going to do now is simply die cut this. Now, this doesn't just die cut, it's got the die cut lovely curvicious, I'm going to call it curvicious, a bit like me, curvilicious, yeah, a bit like myself. And then you've got this lovely embossed detail in there. So that doesn't cut out those dots, it embosses it. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just going to try and find my small plates though, Joe, won't be a second. Just
amazing.
bear with me.
Linda Warren says, could you use double-sided sheets, cut out your die and then use the flakes over them? I don't see why not, Debbie, do you?
Double-sided what, sorry?
Double-sided sheets, double-sided adhesive sheets.
Yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. There's a lot of buzz still about those gilding flakes. We will be seeing them. I have a feeling they might turn up in the launch day, but really launch parties where you're going to be able to see them in their full effect. But they're probably going to turn up in the launch day. I know you guys have absolutely loved the demonstrations on them. It's very, very busy on them at the moment, but still on these. I don't know how much longer these embossing folders are going to be around for, Debbie. They are proving extremely busy at the moment. An embossing folder is something that people just love using, don't they? They're such a simple but effective crafting tool.
Yeah, and you know, I've got, you know, we say about predicting a riot and things like that. I absolutely do predict a riot. However, we have got quite a lot of quantity in because we've, you know, they're going to be part of our spectrum. These aren't something that we're just bringing in and then letting go of. This is going to be part of the spectrum.
Do you know, though, do you know we said this with the glossy highlights, didn't we?
No, I know, but that's,
we said,
that's the thing.
We've got thousands, it's fine, we're not going to sell out. And then what happened a week and a half after we launched and we sold out, and it took us months to get them back.
That's the thing I'm going to tell you.
Let's not overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah, that's what I'm just going to say is obviously get hold of them while we've got those vast quantities. However, as you know, with the way of the world and the way things are, it takes a little bit longer than it normally took before. Just going to say that. So if you want to get hold of them, have them now. Get them now. Those pots will last you a while, let me just tell you. And if you can stretch to the whole colour.
Most people are at this point.
Me personally, for the craftability, again, sorry, I know it sounds like a broken record, but it's just the way that I work in my head, how I say things. But for the terms of how much you will get out of them, if you can stretch to getting all of them with those gorgeous colours, absolutely get all of the kit, the starter kit with those colours as well. And then you be safe knowing that you've got them. And then when you want to top up, you can, you know, you can afford to wait that little bit longer. However, if you're just taking one like starter kit and then you're thinking about the colours, all I'm going to say is we do have the quantities right now, but that, as always, is depending on how things go. We don't know how long we've got them in before we get them back into stock. So as the glossy highlights proved before,
could be a good while, but they are all in stock right now. So
yeah,
what
absolutely.
Is it? Snooze you lose ya, as Sonia used to say.
Definitely snooze. Say it again. Snooze.
Snooze you lose y'all.
I love how you say it. Now, this now fits into the lovely feature like so. And this is when you're going to use your permanent inks, you're going to use stamping platforms. I'm trying to think of all the other things that you're going to use. But when you've stamped it up, Joe, that's what it looks like. So please excuse mine, because guess what I didn't use? I did use the quick dry. I didn't use the permanent like I've just been talking about, and I smudged it because it didn't dry straight away because I forgot it was a coated card. However, it doesn't matter because we can do one now. And what have the girls done with the stamp? Oh, there it is. That's where it is. It's been hiding under all my cards. Let me just bring in my stamping platform. I thought the girls had been hiding it from me, but now I've found it. I'm going to use this because it is an ingenious tool. Which Mucky Pup's been using? It's got... Who was here last? Who can we blame? Because there's a mucky platform going off here.
Oh,
who was
dear.
in yesterday?
Who was it? It was Michelle.
Was it Michelle? Michelle. My goodness me, it's a little bit of a mucky one. It's got lots of ink on this one, so I'm going to get it clean in between the break. But for now, it'll do. We'll pop it on. So I'm going to place that over the top. And I love that curved design. And I love the ability it gives you where you can use this or not use it, use the die or not use it, or go directly into that panel. I just love that idea. I think it's a really clever idea. And I'm just going to... Dearie me. Sticky platforms from Debbie Fisher. Mucky platforms from Michelle. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm just going to pop that over the top.
Tut, Debbie, tut.
Tut, exactly. Tut. Now I'm going to look for my permanent ink pad. We'll have, yeah, there it is. I'll have that one. So we'll have the Noir Black. And I'm going to just ink all the way around. Yeah, in my head I'm thinking wet glue, the liquid glue, over the top, stamp it, let it go
would it
tatty.
work on something like a sentiment? Not too detailed a sentiment?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the samples that I showed you at the beginning, what our lovely Nicole did, absolutely. You can use any of your sentiments. Think of all the sentiments you own. We're not talking just designs. Think of all the sentiments you own as well, and that you can be using your Gilding flakes too. Now I've just wiped up the excess there because I was a little bit heavy-handed with my ink, and I'm just going to now stamp that down. And because it is coated cardstock, words failing me there again, just pop that up and you've got that beautiful stamp design. And this time it's not going to smudge because it's the permanent one. There we go. So lifting that off now, and I'm just going to now bring back in my card design. Let me just bring all these pieces, because I've already cut mine to size, and I've gone, like I said, I'm just using one colour on top of each other, which is the Centura Pearl, which is the hint of gold. I don't know if you can see that in the light. Hint of gold. I've got myself a card blank, which I actually took this from an A3 piece of cardstock. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't think I did. I always use my A4 when I don't want to use my A3 and keep my A3 for my bigger projects. And I've actually cut this down to size, and it's a 7x7 base. I've then gone in literally a quarter of an increment with each panel that I'm doing on there, because I want that little bit of a white on white effect. And I say white on white, it's the, now I think they call it, if I remember rightly, is it Snow White, Hint of Gold, Snow White, Hint of Silver?
It is,
That's
yes,
it,
indeed.
yeah.
We've actually got
the proper name of it. Do you know when I used to work in store, I could rattle out names off for you like in an instant.
Yeah.
But this is the Snow White Hint of Gold.
There's an Out of This World doing the launch party show. It's 100 sheets of
I knew I used it for a reason.
Centura, and it's the, I'll take you through it in a second. It's baby blue, baby pink, lilac, mint green, black, deep purple, turquoise, Christmas green, Christmas red, and the dark chocolate is a Centura Pearl.
Oh, I haven't used dark chocolate for ages.
24 pence a sheet, Debbie, as a platinum member.
Wow.
24 pence a sheet. That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Now I'm just going to place this into position, and I've lifted it with some foam on a roll for this one, Joe. And we've got them lovely, great big. Is it 10 metres on a roll now that we do? Is it 10 metres? I think it is.
Yes, it is 10 metres. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. So absolutely, again. You know, it's just fabulous, and I know, Craig, because I've been going mad with mine. I've literally been foaming all of my panels and pieces up, and I'm literally just taking down. And I knew I'd end up doing this. I wonder if that'll cover it up. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. I've got mucky fingers at the minute with me inky fingers and me Gilding flake fingers, so I've managed to get a little bit on there with me glue, but. Lovely thing about this as well, it's quite an easy peel back, that foam on a roll one with the 10 metres there. It's absolutely fab, but I've managed to catch a little bit, so I'm just going to hope and pray that my middle piece, and I've done it for a reason so I can create a little bit, do you know, you can see the pyramid effect going off. I've done this for a reason so that you can see, but again, all of these, I mean, they're just glorious, they really are. All of the cardstock that you could be doing this on is beautiful. I've just chosen one colour to create this effect. Let me just make sure I've got that little bit. There we go. Peel that off, and then I'm just going to attach that to the front as well. But yeah, all of the colours that you will do this in, whether you choose one block colour from those fabulous colours. Could be making life easy for myself, Joe, I'm not going to lie. Could be popping some wet glue behind the back of those panels. But I don't think I'm doing too bad a job. And then I'm going to just pop some on to the back of this one. Oh, now then, have we got it in the studio? We haven't got the new one. This is the older one. I love that new one because it's really thin. However, I think I'll get away with that one.
It's quite thin but quite deep, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's really pliable.
Yes.
But
yeah,
gives you
absolutely.
loads of height.
I love our foam on a roll. I love the size of it as well. But yeah, I'm just going to peel this back because I think this is the older one. Let's just go back in there. Just bear with me a minute, Joel. Well, this back don't want to come off. Hang on a minute, hang fire. I shan't let it get the better of me.
You shall not.
I shall
that is
not
a
let
very
it get the
determined
better of me.
face right there. Any questions you've got, keep getting them into me. Pam E says, are you sure the one Craig was using yesterday didn't get swapped with Michelle's, Joe? Wink, wink. I don't know.
What's that?
We shall investigate. Craig came in, apparently.
Right, okay. What did he do?
Oh, he came in to say hello.
Trust
He was
Craig.
doing a little bit next door. There we go.
Oh, yeah, he was doing an HSN thing, weren't he? Yeah, I just
was,
realised,
yes.
yeah. Oh, so did he come in? I bet he did. I bet he did it deliberately, didn't he? Now, I do love these. Let me just pick that up and place it into... I absolutely love this. It is just glorious. The whole idea behind it is just absolutely fabulous. Now then, I put some butterflies down. Found one, don't know where the other one is, so I'm just going to keep one on there for now. Let me find my dotted tape pen, let's bring that in. And again, I've used the mini dies for this, because I love those mini dies. I'm totally obsessed with the mini dies. I think I'll just put that just going over there. And as always, totally obsessed with gems. Never change, I will never change. In the whole time I've been crafting, I love a good gem.
We love a bit of bling, don't we, Debbie?
I love a bit of bling, I do, and it just gives it, just by adding a little bit of bling, it just gives it a little bit of dimension and an extra little, you know, an extra little feature to it. So I'm going to pop 1, 2, and then have I got a little mini one? Ooh, I might be able to get away with that one. There we go. And it just adds a little bit of depth to it. It's got a bit of a crease there, but again, sometimes less is more. And keeping it really clean and simple, but just by adding those little mats and layers and lifting them with a foam,
Really lovely,
creates
Debbie.
a little bit of an almost decoupage feel to it. But that beautiful backdrop of that embossing folder is absolutely glorious. And even though it's just on one colour, it really does get, honestly, it gives it a really lovely effect. And things that you can be doing with these beautiful embossing folders, like I said, is adding your gilding flakes to them, adding your inks, adding your gilding waxes, lots of different things you can do with them. I've just kept it really, really plain and simple, clean and simple, for a change, which is unusual for me, but there you go.
Really gorgeous, Debbie, and just one of so many different things. You said, you know, we touched on there, the amount of different...
Oh my days, is there an ice cream van?
Is that an ice cream van? Can you hear that at home? Or we'll run out and get us a 99. Oh gosh, that is hilarious. All I can think about is an ice cream van. The ice cream van.
I'm thinking straight away of an oyster with lots of toffee sauce and stuff in it and a flake in there.
Debbie, I was lucky enough to go to Brussels over the weekend with a friend, did a little last minute getaway. The Belgian waffles, Debbie. Oh my word. The Belgian waffles, the chips, the mussels. Stuffed
delicious.
myself silly, I did. Right, let me take you back through these embossing files. Is that ice cream man's fault? That's what's taken us on a Tina tangent there. Right, let me go through these then. So you've got different designs. I need to let you know 80% now of these have gone. A lot of these sat in baskets at the moment as well. So you've got Happy Birthday, you've got With Love, you also have Celebrate. This one here is the Make-A-Wish. You've also got Just a No, and also congratulations there as well. $49.95 or $64.75. Platinum members looking at under £40 or $52, which is amazing. I want to just quickly share again with you the brand new launch. Going to be here with you for a full show at 2 p.m. in the UK. It's 9 a.m. if you are over on the East Coast. So definitely snap those up. $65.24, $76.60 as a platinum member. So absolutely amazing. Right, don't forget the Gilding Flakes too. Very, very busy on those still at the moment. Really busy. Can't wait to see what Debbie comes up with for the later shows on those as well. But I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets because there's a lot of very full baskets over there. Whilst you do that, here's some of the fun stuff we get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging.
Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Pammy says, yes, I can hear it. Quick, let me grab a few dollars. I want to get an ice cream. If I was able to, I'd buy you all an ice cream if the ice cream man came around, but I think they've passed now. Judy says, Debbie, I love an oyster. I do. But I always remember being a child at the seaside with an oyster, Debbie. Have you ever seen a child trying to eat an oyster ice cream? And for an adult, it's different. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's basically like a cone that looks like a shell, and then it's got sort of chocolate and coconut on the outside, doesn't it? With marshmallow, sticky marshmallow in the centre, and then it's got ice cream in there as well. And if you really want to go for it, you get some chopped nuts on the top as well.
Chopped nuts, a bit of juice.
Delicious. Right, Susan says, gorgeous touch of your card, Debbie. The cardstock is fabulous. Pammy says, what a pretty card, Debbie. Stunning, says Sarah Brown. Miriam loves that clean and simple style, and also says the embossing folders are beautiful. Love the bling as well. And Vicky saying, good morning, everyone, too. I know we're going to have a little look, though, aren't we, next, Debbie, at Gatefold. Quickly whiz you through the different designs that you've got in here. You're actually getting 6. So here you've got the floral swirls, the floral meadow, the lace and scroll, the opulent botanicals, and you've also got the classic lace in there. You will get the deco vines as well, which is the other one. I'll find a sample of that just a second to share with you. But brilliant value again, Debbie, because there's sort of 3 different effects you can do with each one of these, isn't there?
Yeah, lots and lots of different ways you can use these. And if you didn't catch the launch show last week where I did a variety of different styles, you can go back and watch that. And since then, there's been other craft experts that have had a little play with them as well. So yeah, go back and watch the shows and you can see all the different ways. I'm going to show you how it works with the gatefold effect, where you can use both dies. I absolutely adore these. It's giving you more than one option. Again, as a crafter, that's exactly what I want. And the lovely thing is that they also include a set of nesting dies in there as well to be able to create some extra little features, which I just think is really ingenious. You're getting a lot of metal for your money. These are a nice size as well. We're talking 6 inches in length by roughly each one of these about 2.5. So you can see that you get over like a 6x4 style, which is where you can go with this card. And talking of that, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I've taken a piece of cardstock. This is our multi-purpose white cardstock, which is measuring 10 inches by 6 inches. I've scored it at 3 inches and 7 inches to create this gatefold. Now at the moment the gatefold looks like I've not done the folds right, but that's the size that you're going to create, which is what's going to create this lovely effect with this gorgeous shape. Now each one of them is a different shape. I absolutely love that idea. Some are quirky with those lovely like tooth designs.
This looks like theatre curtains or stage curtains.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the lovely thing about this outer die is that it's got a cutting edge that goes along the 3 sides, but this one stays no raised cutting edge, so it stays where you can pop it onto the fold of your card, which is what I'm going to do. I am actually going to use both pieces at the same time, so I'm going to pop that in. And again, let's just give that a little, because what I'll do is, I'll show you how you can use both the designs at the same time as well. Because you've got the different designs, Joe, it means that you can go in and put your other piece in at the same time. So if I just turn that round now and do exactly the same on the other side, we can go in, and what it'll mean is that when it folds in and matches together. So again, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop that in, pop it over the fold, and we're going to go in and cut this in at the same time. Now, if you want to just use one design, you can absolutely do that as well. But really, you've got choices in these, and lots and lots and lots of different styles of folds of cards, boxes. I have promised Shadaya, so if she's watching, Shadaya, I will be posting those measurements for that light up box. I've just been a little bit busy this week, so I've not had time, but I will do a tutorial and pop it on my page.
Yeah.
You what, Luke?
You've been up and down like a yo-yo.
I have, yes. So I've just not had the time to do that just yet. Now, because of the nature of the die, there's 2 pieces on there, so I'm going to run it through for a second time just to make sure it's got that extra cut, rather than adding the metal shim, because there's a lot of detail to these dies. I always say less shims and then add more if you need to, but because I've run it through twice, it should be fine now. So we're just going to run that over and take that out, and if I just bring those pieces back out
it's
there.
very rare you see any of our experts add the metal shim, which is testament to the power of the Gemini, isn't it?
Yeah, because you don't need to. To be fair, you don't need to. I see posts and things like that. I always say it's better to do the less is more. The less is more technique. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Less is more is what I'm looking for there, Joe. But when you're taking your die off as well, if you want to be careful in how you do this, I've always done this, is where I lift and put my fingers behind the back and do it that way, and then you can clean that up later. But again, just to start that off, just take it away and peel it back, and then we can clean all those. But you can see the nature of the die. It's been designed to work straight away for that gatefold.
So beautifully engineered, aren't they?
Absolutely beautifully engineered. Now, I've seen the time on the clock, so I'm not going to sit here and poke all those pieces out, but I'll save that for later, because I have already previously done one, and that's the effect that you get. I am just going to add a little backdrop of do you know, remember the florals, the blush and florals that we had, the paper pads? Is it blush and bloom, blush and florals?
Blush and blue, I think.
Yeah, I think it's out of stock at the
Navy and
minute,
blush.
but I'm just using scrap ends in my little stash, which is what I do. I save specially quality cardstock like this. But then you can add in as well. So what you can also do is, to create panels that sit behind the back, you can keep them basic if you want to, or you can add a solid colour. So I've just cut myself 2 little strips, and because we know, again, the nature of the Gemini is that you can cut through 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'm just going to pop that onto there. I've got 2 pieces. I'm going to hold it down with some tape either end. and I'm going to run that through as well. So I've created some panels. Create a card at its finest again, so we've been bringing out some fabulous Create a Card ranges just of late. Today's newest one with a 3-in-1 Create a Card. These beautiful decorative gatefolds, but we call them gatefold, but there's multiple ways you can use them, and not just in a gatefold form, as you've seen with the shows that we've been doing over the last week. I can't believe it was last week we launched these. Last Tuesday, weren't it? Last Tuesday?
So much has happened in a week, Debbie.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely.
Oh, Debbie, I'm so happy that the summer's nearly here, though. I can't tell you. It's going to be 22 degrees next Monday.
Are you
I am
kidding me?
going to go and put my feet in the ocean.
I think I might have to have a little trip out to the seaside. 22 degrees.
Yeah.
Summer's on its way.
Wait.
Summer's on its way.
The sun has got his hat on. It really, really has.
And I'm actually working from home next week. The whole of next week I'm working from home. Yeah, because I'm going to do a Facebook
Get
Live.
an extension lead and get that Gemini in the garden, Debbie.
Well, I was just thinking, if you're telling me that there's going to be lovely sunshine, I think I might knock the plans to do a Facebook Live on the head.
Maybe no gilding flakes though outside. I can see those blowing away. We don't want that to happen. Sarah Brown says, I can't wait to get this collection. Love the looks you can make. Thanks, Debbie, for sharing your ideas with us. And Laquieta says, I love these gatefolds. So many of you have got that. Talking about an oyster, Pam says, ooh, that sounds delicious. I need to try me one of those. You do indeed.
Yeah, absolutely, because they are absolutely stunningly delicious. They really, really are. Now, I've just used those panels to create my little backdrop there, but I'm just going to, I always make mine slightly bigger, and just by going over the edge there with a bit of a bigger card panel, just because I can trim down as and when I need it. But you can see now it's created that beautiful gatefold.
Stunning.
And then all I've done, Joe, is I've used the nesting dies for this one. And I've created my back panel, a lovely piece that matches there, and again I'm just going to pop these on. And I've used some of our fabulous mini dies. I am totally obsessed with the With Love. I have been using it so many times because it just sits on my craft desk. But again, you can, you know, use any of your things. You could actually, do you know, again, you could actually, oh my days, I could pop that on the panel at the front.
You know Debbie's getting excited when an All My Days pops out.
Because of the different ways that you can use them, Joe, I get so excited when it offers me so many different things. But I think I'm going to stick with the original plan.
I mean, they're always good days. We've got an exceptionally excellent day today, haven't we?
I know we have. We absolutely
really have.
We really, really have. So I'm just going to pop that down there. I'm going to have it on the front panel. And I'm just going to close that up so I can get it centralised. So I'm going to pop that there, and then I'm just going to finish it off with a little tiny ribbon. I could have my gems on later, but I'm going to finish it with a little pink ribbon over the top. I had got some little butterflies planned, but no, I'm going to leave that. Oh, actually, no, I'll put one of them on. I'll use one of my little butterflies. But again, I'm just going to place that underneath that panel, add a couple of little gems on again, just because I'm totally obsessed. But it's the ability, it's the craftability that you get with these fabulous dies that really do make these stand out from the crowd. And they are lovely, lovely dies that create that beautiful gatefold. And I'll do it again. Absolutely gorgeous kind of effects that you can get with them each and every single time. And these make lovely miniature style cards like your 4x6, really on trend, very easy for postage as well. So again, absolutely incredible. Joe,
amazing.
Shall I get my cards?
You grab your cards. I'll just quickly run through the options on
No
these
problem.
gatefolds for you, Debbie. Floral swirls, you're getting floral meadow. You've got the lace and scroll, the opulent botanicals, and the classic lace. You will also get the deco vines as well, which is this one just here. Very busy when we launched them, continues to be very busy now as well. If you want to get them, they are on a 2 for 26 or 35. So you can get a couple of them if you want to. If you want to dip your toe in and try them, I know you're not going to regret going for the entire collection though. Right, really quick then, vote of the show, Debbie.
Right, starting back from the beginning, number 1. George's winner.
That's George's winner.
George's winner, number 1. Number 2, the tone on tone with the embossing folders. Or number 3, because I can't put any of my techniques in there because I'm going to be using them later. Number 3, 1, 2 or 3, you decide.
Amazing. 1, 2 or 3, you've got seconds to vote, so be quick. Let's go back to those creative cards, because this is our launch day. It's kind of like the headline show of the day, isn't it? That's coming your way at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. for you early birds across on the West Coast. Brilliant value. I mean, if they were just 6 creator cards that gave you 1 pass and 1 cart, I still think they'd be great value at this price. However, this is all about you being able to create 3 separate, distinct, different feels from each one of these dies. So in here, you've got the celebration cake, you've also got your balloon bouquet, the elegant fairy, daisies and dragonflies, then you've got your schmetterlings, the butterfly garden, and you've got the floral peacock too. So I think you've really got something for every occasion, every style, every different look and feel of card that you might want to go for. They are all available individually, should you want to get them in that way. We must come back over here though, because my oh my, Debbie, I cannot remember a launch that was this busy in such a long time. So many people are getting these in their basket and checking them out. I am not surprised whatsoever. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are whoppers as well. Massive, absolutely massive pot of gilding flakes. So you're getting the 3 brand new colours of the gilding flakes included. You're getting the double-sided foam, which is cut in those gorgeous decorative pieces, and that starter kit, which has got 3 sponges, the glue and the dry ink pad in there for you too. And look at how gloriously shiny these are when you use them. So that's a starter kit. Make sure you've got that in your basket first and foremost. And then, of course, what we've got are the 4 additional extras for you. And these have got your colours in here. So this one's the patina, and this has got a sun glow, rich copper, and verdigris. You can also go for the rose gold, which has, the blush, which has the rose gold, the pretty pink, and the soft rose. You've got the carnival, which is the midnight mauve, the deep iris, and the lapis blue. And finally, last but by no means least, the cosmic, with the outer space, the blue moon, and the starlight. Demo of the show is number 3, Debbie.
Oh, poor George.
There you are, George. Told ya.
Do you know
You've
what,
let yourself down.
Do you know what? Sometimes it just shows you, doesn't it? What you think's going to win doesn't always necessarily. Honestly, I'm glad I don't have to decide, because it's difficult when you've got such amazing products like we have. But it's so, honestly, today is, I can just feel it in my bones. Today is going to be a fabulous day. I knew that you would love these gilding flakes. All I'm going to say to you is, obviously they're going to be not launching, but going to be predominantly in that show later on tonight. Don't hang around. I'm giving you permission now to get on that website.
You're going to look at YouTube. Get yourself over there.
Get yourself over there. Get yourself in the baskets and get them checked out, because I want you to take advantage of these fabulous gilded flakes. They're absolutely beautiful. I know you're going to love them. I can't wait to see what the other guys are going to come up with them as well, because there's so many things you can do with gilding flakes. I can almost hear Craig over where he is right now. I can almost hear him in his little studio plodding away, thinking of all the different ways that you can use them, because he's just excited as much as we all are here. Such a buzz about these.
There is
Leanne and the team at Spectrum Noir again knocked it out of that ballpark. They are absolutely sensational. Do not hang around. Get them now.
Get them now. Get them now. Right, what I would say as well, Debbie, we have thousands of the gilding flakes. I'm already starting to get a bit worried about the stock. I know we sort of joked that they'd be around for a while. Get them in your basket, check them out, make sure you come back here in an hour's time. Bye!